was like, because people forget, like with special teams, once you get a fourth down, your quarterback's off the field. So your guy that spends the most time with the head coach is off the field now. So now it's up to your punter and kicker, which for most schools, they're ignored. So that's why I spent so much time talking to you guys about kind of the mental side of it. If there's a bad snap, if there's not enough guys on the field, this is a situation, make sure you can read what's going on. So that way, when you walked on the field, you could calm everybody else down and you knew what was going on. So I feel like there's a lot of times where they'll throw the kicker on the field and say, all right, go kick it. And then there'll be a weird formation. It'll be a weird situation. And the coach may know what's going on, but can't relay it. For us, I feel like we had a really good relationship where it was like, I could give you a hand signal, or I could give you a face, or I could give you whatever, and you knew exactly what to do right away. But that didn't come into play until you were a senior, when you'd already had a full year of varsity with me under your belt, and then even your partial year with us as a sophomore.
I think, too, a good thing that you did that I don't think a lot of coaches – I mean, obviously I've only played for a couple of coaches, but I think a good thing that you did was you made me, like, talk to the guys before every kick. Like, you made us do the MBK thing, and you made me do the talking. Like, you would just stand there, you would tell me what the call was, and then I would go. And then it'd be like I'm talking to them, because that's what the quarterback does. And basically, fourth down kicker, you're the quarterback of special. You're the fourth down quarterback, especially punt, kickoff. You're the main guy. You're the guy who knows you're going to put the ball. You're the guy who knows the call and everything. And so I think making me do that made me more comfortable to be the leader of that group. Because I think a lot of schools, like you said, and a lot of coaches just – it's the kicker's the throwaway guy. He's another man on special teams. He's the one kicking the ball. But I think it's another thing to look at it like he's the leader of that group. Like, if he fucks up, the whole thing's fucked, Like, can you imagine, like people don't realize how important punt and kickoff really are. Can you imagine, like, if you just walked out there every fourth down, like, inside field goal range and just missed every single time? And they're like, the coach would absolutely lose his mind. But you can go out there and hit a bad ball, kickoff, and have it roll somewhere, or like hit a bad punt and have it roll. And like, they get mad, but they don't get the same amount of mad because it's not points. But in reality, punt and kickoff is field position, and field position is points. And I don't think a lot of people understand that when they're watching special teams.
Well, that's a big thing with young kickers. I know I remember talking to you about it when I think you were a junior, and then talking to other kickers around the valley, around kickers around the country even, and then being like, well, they're making me pop kick, or they're making me kick onside kicks or whatever, and it's taking away my stats. No one cares what that stat is. No one cares that you're the kickoff champion for your state. No one cares that you have the most touchbacks are a big one, but they care that when you let it loose. I mean, Gavin Wales is a perfect example. When he kicked at Coronado, the coaches really didn't let him let it loose. He could put the ball in the end zone 95% of the time, but because Coronado was playing from behind so often, they had to do pop kicks, or they had to do kickoffs. So if you looked at his kickoff average, he was only kicking off like 20 yards. If you look at other schools where, you're blowing teams out, you can kick deep every single time. So I feel like it's more of and for you, like, you could put the ball in the end zone, you could hit touchbacks, but we had to play kind of a psychological game with the other team where, hey, he's going to put this ball 5 yards deep, and we're going to do it twice. And then when everybody backs up, then we're going to pop kick you. So now you have no idea where to line up, and you're making a tight end make your catches now instead of your fast returner. So a lot of that